Animals have unique ways of communicating with us, and our experience with them, our relationship with them, and our observations with them definitely become an integral part of this communication. Hi, my name is Akshaya Kavale. I'm a nature and animal communicator, which means I can speak to plants, animals, and other species and have two-way conversations with them. Recently, I had this beautiful conversation with my dog, and it just again highlighted to me how communication is not unidimensional. When we speak of intuitive communication, there are so many aspects that get involved in it, and it could also involve their behavior, our experience with them, how well we know them, and still it can remain deeply intuitive and telepathic too. So my dogs are used to having their meals in a certain space in my property, and on certain days, because of circumstances, I also give them food in the kitchen. Now when I give them food in the kitchen, I often have this habit of adding something special, a topping for them, because one of my dogs does have a tendency to be a little fussy if the place is changed. So especially for that one, I need to lure her into having her food quickly. She loves to do that. My other dog, he will eat just anything you give him, anywhere, anytime. Recently, one of my dogs was taken to the vet for a visit, and the other dog, who generally eats anything and everything, was with me, and I decided to give him food in the kitchen and not in his regular place because he was all by himself. And like always, I just took the food container and I heated the food for him and I gave it to him. And this fellow, he sniffs, and generally he will stand and he'll start eating, but this time he just sniffs and he sits down and he looks straight up at my face, right into my eyes. And instantly I knew that he was surprised there is no extra topping on it. And because this fellow is not the fussy one, I was okay with not putting in the topping, but he explicitly, through his behavior, through his body language, and through his telepathy and intuition, let me know that he still wishes to be pampered the same way when the other dog is there. So I immediately apologized to him and I put the extra special topping, and the minute I put it, he put his face into the bowl and didn't move his face till all the food was over. So this highlights that communication is not just about telepathic messages, about what internal messages we receive in the form of all of our senses. Sometimes it's deeply rooted into our experience relationship as well as their behavior and body language too. And with practice, all of this comes together and becomes an integral part of the communication. So I see a lot of communicators often doubting themselves with their own animals because they feel that, oh, because I know my animal very well, because I know his behavior, I can communicate. And this doesn't need to be a problem. On the contrary, because we know our animals well, it becomes an integral fabric of our communication, and we should accept it rather than rejecting it and isolating how we communicate to just being telepathic or just through their body language. This is how we develop relationships. They pick up on our energies, they understand our energies, and we do too. All we need to do is make sure that we openly accept it rather than finding reasons to deny and reject the beautiful ways with which we can communicate with one another. I hope you enjoyed watching this video and found it helpful. If you've had such experiences with your own animals, please do comment in the comment section below so that we can all learn from each other. Until the next video, bye-bye.